Alright, so Stockmaster back here again with another video for you guys. If you guys enjoyed my previous videos, like, share, subscribe this one, and leave a comment below. I love discussing with my with my followers about this. So have had discussion on my Instagram, through private message and so on. So if you want to discuss anything, throw in the comment section. And at the same time, invest at your own risk. It's all personal opinions, speculations. So do your due diligence, and let's get to the point. So first of all, the topic today is going to be cannabis and marijuana stocks. So prior days ago, right, and the reason why I'm looking at this is that right here, cannabis stocks surged on hopes Democrats win in Georgia could spark U.S. legalization, and the Democrats did win recently. And it's not a political video, okay? It's just all facts, and I'm stating so they did win recently. And what does that mean for cannabis and marijuana stock? So let's look into it. What does Georgia result mean for marijuana stock, right? So let's look at this quote by CEO of Infinite CBD, okay? CEO of Infinity CBD said everything suggests that Biden administration will federally legalize cannabis. And the key word is federally. If this happens, it's going to create more potency operator, broaden the cannabis industry, create more jobs, generate more tax, offer more products, produce more income in lower income sectors, and undoubtedly cause a spike in value of cannabis stock. What does that mean? Let's call it the cannabis and marijuana industry is gonna blow up. Revenue's gonna come, uh, huge profit, a huge upside. So that's good for cannabis and marijuana industry, and that's why we should look at their stocks, right? Because it's good to invest before they start booming, because we wanna invest early. All right. So what does it mean, right? So all eyes were on it, and I highlight. Okay, so the things that in the past, uh, Senator McConnell, so it's all just facts. Senator McConnell has adamantly opposed any charges to federal changes to federal marijuana laws. He has used his position as Senate Majority Leader to prevent any legislation related to cannabis reform from coming to a vote on Senate floor. Okay, so John Ossoff did win. Senator McConnell won't have the power to block cannabis bills for very much longer. So what does that mean? So all these bills that were pushed in the past onto the Senate floor has been denied, and now these bills could be pushed again. Okay, so the U.S. House of Representatives has already passed the Safe Act Banking Act, which addresses banking reform in the U.S. cannabis industry, and the MORE Act, which would decriminalize marijuana. Those votes don't count in the new Congress. However, look for the House to overwhelmingly pass similar legislation this year. It seems very likely that the version of SAFE and MORE Act will also pass in the Senate with Democrats in control. And here's the important part, okay? President Joe Biden, elected Joe Biden, right? He's not a fan of legalizing marijuana. However, there's no reason for him to oppose it. Banking reform and decriminalization result. And here's the main part, okay? Decriminalization won't make marijuana legal across the U.S. However, it means that marijuana will no longer be illegal at a federal level. So that means that each state could create their own law. And for each state, it'll be smart for them to pass this because it will generate revenue for the state, a cannabis industry within the state. So that's a good thing for the states. And I believe that majority of states will eventually, it's called, pass cannabis laws that allow recreational and it's called medical uses. So let's look at we can look at this really fast. So likely winners, right? So CGC, if you've been in the marijuana stocks for quite a while, you know about Cannabis Growth. They're probably one of the biggest Canadian cannabis producer in the market cap right now. They're Yeah, because when I first started looking into cannabis and marijuana stocks, CGC was the first one I looked at. And so the things that top fastest growing marijuana stock, right? So let's look at this one, the 10 fastest marijuana stock. So just some quick one. I'm not gonna go into details. I'm gonna name some only, and then you can do your own DD. Okay. So Jushi holding about 176% estimated growth. DUDD. Columbia Care 142%. Curly holding 97.8%. Chronos Group 96.7%. And I've heard a little bit more Chronos. I've been looking into that stock too. Planet 13 holding 94%, and I've heard of Planet 13 too. So definitely looking into that stock myself. TerraSend, Innovative Industrial Properties, Cresco Labs, Harvest Health and Recreation, Grow Generation. Okay, so these are the top 10 based on Motley Fool. Of course, there are other articles that probably have different opinions, but I am not going against some of these I've been looking at. These are fastest growing. Okay, so let's go undervalue. This is not what I'm looking for. The undervalue. Okay, sorry. This is yeah. So these are best value stocks. So that means that they're undervalued. They're small companies. So what does this mean for small companies, right? These marijuana stocks are lowest 12-month trailing. Okay, so they're the lowest right now. For young companies that have not reached profitability, this can be provide an idea of how much business you're getting for each dollar invested. So what does that mean? That means that it's a small business, market cap's below billion. Look at that. 0.6 billion, zero point 0.3 billion, 1.7 billion. So the biggest one, and I see that they're mentioning around. But what does that mean for us? So we want to get into the. So the thing about when I invest, I look at if I'm investing in a new company, I just want to make sure that the market cap is low, and if I do my DD and this, believe that it has high, a a lot of potential of reaching a high market cap, right? I want to invest when they're small. So VFF, OGI, and EGOV. These are three small ones that have a lot of potential. They're under the billion, and they could reach. Let's say that they grow 10 times, 20 times. That's your money climbing easily. So these are small ones, but with new laws coming in, decriminalization of cannabis and marijuana stocks, the possibility of that, these are the stocks that will benefit the most for the dollar cost. So bang for your buck. So I'm not gonna look much into it. It's cannabis. So things cannabis. So think about a lot of these that a lot of people are saying how are we gonna benefit from the new laws if a lot of these what's called a lot of these industry are in Canada, which is true. But the thing is that just like how we Nike, right? Nike goes over to China with a example. Uh, you go over to China with their factories and company, and they produce and then ship over here. Right? Same thing with them. Canada, they could bring their companies over here and generate revenue for the state. At the same time, generate revenue for the company over back at home. That's like the logic of it. And then of course, fast growing, fastest one. So we already talked about some of these. CGC is the fastest one growing. It's probably one of the biggest ones that have been mentioned. Chronos, like I looked into it too. And then of course, Grow Generation. Okay, so let's look at the largest. All right, so we looked at the fastest, the most undervalued. Now let's look at the largest. Okay, so the gold rush began in August when Constellation Brands, makers of alcohol beverage, including Corona Beer, became the largest shareholder in Canada CGC. So we're gonna look at the things that when you're looking at cannabis stock, who is gonna benefit from it? And it's a lot of these other companies that are investing in cannabis stock. So you look at STZ, they're investing in it already, right? And we're gonna look more into it. So Budweiser, so BUD to deliver non-alcoholic CBD. So they're getting into the market of cannabis and marijuana and CBD. And of course, tobacco itself. Altria Group, honorable mention. MO invested 1 point in Kronos, and while Coca-Cola discussed with ACB Aurora Cannabis. So if you've been a while, you know what Kronos ACB is. And these are big companies investing in this industry. What does that mean? The industry is booming. Okay. So to end off the video, um, get in while you can at a low price. 2021 might be the year for cannabis and marijuana stock, and it's all speculation right now. But when it becomes fact, you don't want to be on when it becomes fact because everyone's on it during that time, and the price is gonna boom, and you're gonna miss out. So if you enjoy this video, like, subscribe, and share. Leave a comment, and let your friends know about the stock because I want everybody to eat. I want everybody to make money. That's my point. That's the reason why I make these videos for people to just watch it, invest at their own risk, and at the same time profit because a lot of these stocks I'm looking at are profitable, and I only look at profitable stocks. Of course, if you want me to make, biggest loser videos, let me know. I could make videos about stocks that are the biggest losers, in my opinion. All right, that's it for today. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next video.